Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've been live on here. If you are new joining, hello, I'm Rachel. This is Merciful Mornings, and this is where you come for education, encouragement, and support for online teaching and also just daily life. I'm super excited about what we're going to talk about today because I am learning new skills, and I also am learning when it's okay to lean on other people's skills. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. I've got two main things I want to jump into. The first thing is I'm focusing a lot more lately on getting organized, being more productive, efficient, trying to make good use of our time so that I still have time to spend with my family. I still have time to sleep. It's not all work all the time, right? So if that's something that you're like, yes, please, I need help with that, that's part of what we're talking about today. And it's also something I'm going to be talking about in a workshop tomorrow. So if you are catching this live, you have the opportunity to join me for a workshop that I am hosting tomorrow. It is July 14th. 2021, and it's going to be at 10 a.m. Central, which is 11 Eastern. And it's really called the Get Stuff Done workshop. That's what we're going to talk about, how to get stuff done, because a lot of people feel like you're running, but what have you actually accomplished at the end of the day? We got to get rid of that, especially for teachers. Okay, so if that's where you're at, there is a link in the description. I want you in that workshop. It's only $5 to come live, and you get lots of goodies, lots of information, an hour-long live workshop, and we do a Q&A at the end. So it will be available after the fact. It will not be $5 after the fact, but it will be available. So if you are catching the recording, it's already passed. There will be a new link there for you to go check it out, grab it, and get in a system. It's been a game changer for me. So I want you to have that. So the other thing we're going to talk about today kind of goes with that, because I've been working on making new classes for my Outschool students that are flex classes, and I needed to have that integration for more engagement, more interaction between myself and the students with each other. And I found out about this tech tool, Nearpod. Now, some of you are like, duh, Rachel, Nearpod, I've known about that for forever. That was not me. So I found someone who knows and loves Nearpod. Her name is Natalie Wright, and we're going to talk with her. And she does trainings on Nearpod. She also creates resources for teachers who maybe are in the boat that they don't have time and need to outsource that. So she can either teach you how to use it yourself, you can make your own resources, or she could help you create the resources that you need. And I want to hear all of her wisdom today. I want her to share it with you. So I'm gonna bring her in. Are you ready, Natalie?
Ready.
Yes, Natalie's here. I'm so excited. Okay, so first of all, I love your website, your brand. You are the Ed Tech Wizard.
Yes, I
And
am.
it's so true. So tell us a little bit about you, your background with the teaching. Who is Natalie?
Who am I? Okay, I'm Natalie is my name. You can there it is,
Yeah.
my name. So I was a special education teacher. I taught resource for 4 years in a brick and mortar classroom, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it, but I also wanted to be home. So I have these two loves of mine, teaching about my kids, and I needed to find a better balance for it. And I just felt teaching was that's what I did all day. And then I came home, I am still creating lessons and all that stuff. It just never ended, but I
Yeah.
still loved it. So then I started researching into teaching online, and I started with VIP Kid. The hours were wonderful in the morning before my kids even woke up, so I had all day with them, and it was a lot of fun. And there's nothing wrong with them. I still love them. But currently, I am just teaching for Outschool right now. And I liked that switch because I get to now create my own lessons and teach what I want. So
Yes.
I teach math. I love my multiplication classes. That's what I teach a lot of, multiplication and private tutoring. And
Awesome.
usually that third grade range is my age group
Yes.
that I
Oh,
love.
girl, we have so much in common. So much. We got the special ed, the third grade, the all. I love it all. Keep going.
It's a lot of fun. It's amazing. So yeah, Outschool has been a really good find for me. So I'm teaching with Outschool, but then let me back up. My last year teaching in brick and mortar school, I got my educational technology endorsement. So I
Awesome.
got through all those classes, learned all the tech tutorials or tech things, tech platforms.
All the
That's the
things
word.
that I don't have. Yes.
All the things. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And creating lessons, and I'm like, oh, I just got this, but it was my last year teaching. I'm like, I still want to use it.
Yes.
So that's where my love came from. Just everything that last year teaching. I loved using it all, learning about it all. So now implementing that into my Outschool lessons. I'm using Nearpod in my lessons. I use Google Slides. Canva is a favorite. I use them all to help create
Yes.
these engaging lessons because I teach math and it needs to be
Yeah.
engaging or
Math is
just
not always the most exciting subject. So, and you make it
no.
so fun. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, we need you. We need people like you who are excited about these things. Like I can teach, the rote memorization. I can try to make it fun, but all the tech stuff for me a lot of times goes over my head. So this was so exciting for me when you came out with your first Nearpod workshop, girl. I
Yes.
jumped on it and it was so helpful. I want to clarify here. I learned so much in your workshop and I got done. I was like, I can make all these things and I know how to do them. And then I looked at my schedule and it was like, Natalie's faster. So that's part of it. We're dual, I don't know, we're doing two things today. I want to
Yeah.
learn more about Nearpod, but I also want people to hear that it's good to learn new skills and do it yourself when you can. And it's also good to know who the people are you can go to when your schedule's too full. It's okay to set those boundaries and outsource. So we're going to walk through this, talk to us about the workshop for when we are ready to learn and get new skills.
Absolutely. So Nearpod is a great site. I like to think of it as like an all-in-one site. So you can create your lesson slides on Nearpod, but then you add in those interactive activities like matching game, draw it slides, which is like I like to think of it as a digital worksheet. Everyone can write on their own screen and you can see what they're writing. Draw
I love that.
virtual reality, my favorite. I can take my students anywhere in the world. And yes, I use it in my math classes and they love it.
Yes, and I remember in your workshop, you demonstrate all these things so the
Yes.
teachers can see what they're like. Like we go
Mhm.
exploring
Oh, yes,
Rome
absolutely.
or what. I love it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so in my workshop, I'll teach there are 5 features, and I'm going to show you how to use them. And I go over these features because I feel like they can be in any Nearpod lesson you use, not just for a certain subject, any lesson you have. So I'm going to teach you five features, not only how to create them though, but also different ideas to get you started in your own classroom. Like, oh, I could use that for this. Virtual reality
Yes.
is
Oh,
not just for a field trip.
that was one of the biggest takeaways for me in this workshop was just being like, I was thinking through my classes and you would say something, be like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And just to get
Uh-huh.
those ideas flowing. And then you don't just show the teacher side, right? You're showing
Yes.
what the students see, which is so helpful for me.
Yeah, yeah. At the very beginning, I took you through slides, but I had all those activities we're going to learn. So yes, you get to view it from the student side. Because when you view Nearpod as a teacher, when you're presenting, it's completely different. So it's very helpful to see what the student is seeing Because sometimes they're like, oh, I don't see this, or what should I be seeing? And you're like, I don't know, but let me show you so you can help your students and you
Yes.
know what they're talking about. And because it's very, very helpful to know both sides when you're presenting or teaching your lesson.
Yes. And I know, so when I come to a workshop like this, I may take notes and try to remember, but then after the fact, I'm like, how did she do that? But you make this accessible after the fact, right?
Absolutely. So I've created 6 videos. There's 6 videos in like a Nearpod mini course that
Mhm.
you have access to with your ticket or purchase to the workshop. So they're broken into little chunks. So if you want to just know about virtual reality, that was your question, then you can just go to that video and I will just like cover everything that you needed to learn virtual reality. So
You've thought
yes,
it
it's
all
like
through. That's so helpful
did.
because I'm like, oh, I just need to do a matching activity in my pre-K class. I can just go to that video, review what
Mhm.
it was, get in there and make my thing. I love it. And
Yes.
everything, you just go to nearpod.com, right?
Yes.
Set up
Yes.
the
And
account.
create your free account. Absolutely free.
We
You
love
can add
everything.
all this stuff in. Yes. It's
Awesome.
free.
Awesome.
So jump on it.
So when is your next workshop? I know some people are watching live or catching it day of. So when's the next one?
Yes. The end of July. So July 26th and July 29th. So I will teach it 2 days that last week, the July 26th and July 29th. And you
Awesome.
can
And
choose your
that,
times. There are a couple
yeah,
times.
that link is in the description. So if you are ready to jump in and learn Nearpod, you want to go to this workshop because you get the live training, you get to ask questions and see it all demonstrated, but then you get those videos to watch after the fact, which is gold, I just would like
Yes.
to say. So be sure, click below, go to the workshop. And even, I mean, if you can't attend live, you get the videos. So you get
Mhm.
the trainings. It's so good. And if it's after the fact, they can still contact you, go to your website, all of that.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Even if you buy to go to the live workshop, but it doesn't work out with your schedule, you're still going to get those videos as well. So it will be just like you're there.
Yay, excellent. Okay, so that is for when we're wanting to learn new tech. We have amazing people like you. And then sometimes people might have a week or two like I'm having where both of my children test positive for COVID and we're up at 3:30 in the morning and
Oh,
life life and all the other things that we're trying to do and juggle. Um, and I need these things done for my classes. I don't have time. I got sick kids. What do I do? I call Natalie.
yeah.
I message Natalie. So talk to me about what that looks like because that's a saving grace for me. And I know other people might need that as well.
Yes. So I absolutely will help you create your Nearpod activity. So you email me. That would be the best way to contact me, the edtechwizard@gmail.com. And we'll talk through this. What do you need? What do you want me to create for you? So, and then you can bring your resources to me if you've created anything, if you have like a certain image you want to put into your lesson, a certain like a document you want attached, you want to insert your videos to create your flex lesson, send those my way, and then I will create your Nearpod lesson. I will put it all in a lesson for you. Because like you said, that takes time, especially if you're learning it. You have to think, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? And
Right.
it's I
It's
can help you
so
out
much
here.
faster. Yeah. So I'm going to give a couple of examples just so people can kind of, like you do in your workshop, get those ideas going, right?
Yes.
So for one of my classes, I have a novel study that I teach live, and I need it to be a flex class. I've had that request because they need to do it on their own time. It's like a 7-week class. And so I already have like all the comprehension questions. I have these activities for them to do. So I say, hey, Natalie, here's all the stuff for my class for each week. And then I am recording myself doing a quick review of each chapter. Like, so chapter 1, we talked about this. What do you think about this? Tell me about this. And Natalie can go through that video and insert questions that they can respond to. So I see their responses. Here's the activity you can do. It's awesome. So is it something that I could create now that I've taken your workshop? You betcha. How long would it take me? I don't know, but this is not a season where I have time to do it, but I would love to have that flex class ready and done. So this was a great service that I'm thankful for. And I'm hoping on my own to do a version of my ABC review class as a class. And like you said, if we've got worksheets and things, I can make those as tracing activities,
Yes.
right? The draw it
Yes.
activities. See,
Yep.
I've learned so much. I'm going to have that in there, do a quick video for each letter of the alphabet. So I'm excited to create those myself as I've learned. But for one of these, I'm not mad about getting a little extra help. So thank you, thank you. If you have questions about Nearpod, this is your go-to girl. I'm also going to make sure her email is in the description. If it's not already at the time of this video, it will be. But definitely check out the workshop. Definitely visit her website. Reach out if this is something. This is a great resource for live classes and those asynchronous classes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Both.
Yep.
So anything else our viewers need to hear for today?
The links are all in my website if you're interested, and that one is down below. So head to my website and you'll be able to find my workshop, and email me if you have any questions about it or Nearpod.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for being here. You're
Thanks for
awesome.
having me.
You're doing amazing things for teachers, and this has been fun. If you've got questions, drop them in the chat, or if you just want to connect with Natalie, email her, theedtechwizard@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks so much for being here. See you guys next time. Bye.